All right, friends, your first step, no matter what kind of pirate you're going to be drawing, is to find the middle of your paper. The middle is not located here, and it's not located here. It's located right here, right in the middle. You're going to draw a nice long diagonal or slanted line there. Right now, your clipboard should be on your lap. Your pencil should be in your hand, and you should have an eraser. I'm going to draw the exact same thing on this board. I'm finding the middle and I'm drawing a diagonal line. My next step is to draw the eyeball. So I'm going to make a circle, I'm going to make a curved line that goes from this end of the line to here. Let me show you. I'm going to go down, over, and up, and doop, just like that. You want to see that again? My pleasure. Down, over, and up. Now, if you would like to draw yourself as a pirate lass and you would like eyelashes, you might want to add them now. Gentlemen and ladies, everybody has eyelashes. It prevents all the dirt from the being on the pirate ship from getting in your eyes. However, if you don't want to add it, you don't have to. Next up, I'm going to draw another curved line inside of there. Instant replay, another curved line inside of there. And now I'm going to add the pupil. The pupil is the little black spot that you actually see with. If you want to, you can even, feeling a little fancy, add a hot spot or a highlight. It looks like that. And I'm just going to color in around that little highlight. You could do that with your pencil. If you want to, you could just color in the entire pupil. The choice is yours. All right, we've got one eye on our paper. Next up, let's draw an angry eyebrow. I'm going to draw a diagonal line like this. Arr! If I'm drawing a different eyebrow here, I'm going to go up and down, just like that. All right, I want this eyebrow to be a little bit hairy. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to make a zigzag line across. Doing. If I'm doing this kind of eyebrow, well, then I'm just going to go up, over to the end. Now I have two different kinds of eyes. The choice is yours. Now, if you want to draw an eye patch, please follow along right here. If you want to have two eyes on your pirate, please draw along here. The choice is yours. For an eye patch, I'm going to make a nice big letter U. You might even want to do what I'm doing, which is practice with your finger. I'm drawing a nice big letter U. If you're making an eye patch, if you're not making an eye patch, you should just be calmly waiting for your friends to finish. And I'm going to close my eye patch. And that's it for now. Don't draw anything else. If you're making two eyes and you are not making an eye patch, draw a diagonal line. We're going to make this eye again right here. Make a curved line. Draw the iris, which is the colorful part of the eye, and the pupil. By the way, when you get ready to color your eye, the eyeball always stays white. The iris is the colorful part of the eye. The pupil is black. If you added eyelashes on one eye, then you might want to do the same on the other. Otherwise, it's going to look a little wacky. Okay, now if you made two eyes, I'm going to make another eyebrow. This one I'm going to make a little bit different, just like that. It's called the Pirate's Evil Stare. Now, let's talk about noses. You can go about making your nose for your pirate any way you like. But my favorite way is just to do it with a circle. So you could do it like this. I like to do mine with a little bit of an oval. Do it like that. One thing I don't like is I don't like having my nose look like this. To me, that makes it look like a jack-o'-lantern or a scarecrow. So, instead of that, I'm just going to stick with this. But it's your pirate. You make your nose any way you like. All right, if you are a boy and you happen to want a mustache, Mustaches, let's go. I'm going to draw a diagonal line here and a diagonal line there. If you don't want a mustache, then just follow along with me right here. So pirated evil. If you're making a mustache, go ahead and let's connect the two lines with a zigzag. Third and fourth graders, when you go to your seat, you'll find that there's a drawing idea sheet that gives you a couple of different options for mustaches. So if you're not sure about that one, draw it lightly so you can always change it later. If you are smiling and you want your mouth to be open, go ahead and add this line. I always like to draw two curves like that for the inside of the mouth. If you're making a mustache, I'm going to start here, go down, over, and up. It's going to look a little bit like a cupcake with cherry on top or a cracked egg. If you have a mustache, let's make it not look like a cracked egg. So I'm going to go ahead and add a curve and a curve. There's the tongue and the mouth. And, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to your seat, this is the part when you use a black marker or a Sharpie that you will color in. You don't need to do it right now with a pencil, but I do want you to know what it will look like because that's showing the depths of your big old stinky piratey mouth. Now, if you want to later on add some gold teeth, then you might want to draw a couple teeth right here. I'm going to have one missing. Not a very good toothbrusher. It's hard to find toothpaste on my pirate ship. All right, now I'm going to do a couple of the same things on both. I'm drawing a line here and a line here. I'll do the same thing over here. Really close to the eye, I'm drawing two lines. If you want a beard, then what you're going to do is start here where your mustache stopped and make a line that curves to the end of that line. Same thing over here. That's where my line stopped. I'll go to where the mustache ends or where the side of it is. If you don't want a beard and you don't want a mustache, then follow along over here. There's my chinny chin chin. I'm going to start here and go all the way over. I had to curve that line just a little bit to make it. Oh my gosh, my girl pirate is looking so evil. I'm going to give her a little took right there on her chinny chin chin. All right, if you're making yourself a bed, then what you're going to need to do is make kind of a zigzag line right here. I think I'm sounding more Australian than I am piratey. There we go. And I like to make my little zigzag line kind of wacky, kind of crazy. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the top. On this one, I'm only going to add a bandana so you can see what that looks like. And on this one, I'm going to add the pirate's hat. All right, here I go. I'm going to go ahead and actually first draw a couple of ears. Ladies, if you'd like to add some earrings to your ears, do it. If you are a guy pirate or a pirate with a beard and you want to add an earring, I'm just going to add it in one ear. All right, now to make my bandana like this, my bandana right there, I'm going to draw a circle here. I'm doing it again. Instant replay. A circle right above the ear. This is the knot of my bandana. When I tie the fabric around my head, there's one little bit of the fabric that I tied in a knot going out and back in. Out and back in. Out and back in. Worst song ever. Now, let's make the bandana. I'm going to have this line go up a little bit. Doodly 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 dood. Instant replay. Doodly 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 dood. Starting at the side of the circle, I'm going to make a curve like this. Notice that line did not go up high because I'm trying to show that my bandana is right across my forehead. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do on this one is make the line come up like this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Same thing. We're doing the same thing on both. Now, watch carefully. I'm going to make a straight line that goes all the way across the forehead. like it is. Then I'm going to take the end of this line and go all the way to the edge of my page. Taking this line, go all the way to the edge of my page. Same thing, taking this line, go all the way to the edge of the page, all the way to the edge of the page. Now, let's work on that hat. This can be a little tricky, so listen carefully. Starting at the end of this line, I'm going to curve up and over. Same thing on this side. Starting here, curving up and over. Next up, I'll make the top of my hat. Oh, that's as far as I can go. Take it to the very top of your paper. Instant replay. Up and over, up and over. Let's go to the top. Perfect. Now, if you're waiting for friends and you want to add some designs to your bandana that you can add color to later, you can do dots. I think for this one, I'll give him polka dots. He looks like a guy who would like polka dots. And now I'm going to do a copycat line here. I'm working on my hat now. I'm just making a parallel line, a line that copies the top of my hat. Sweet! We're getting closer, y'all. Now let's work on a little skull at the top of the hat. I'm just going to put 2 little polka dots at the top of my hat, doing the same thing on both. I'm going to make a circle that goes almost all the way around. Boop. Make a circle that goes almost all the way around. Boop. And then let's make the bottom of a square. The bottom of a square. There's his teeth, straight line, and then I'm just going to make a little triangle for the nose opening. All right, you guys, last but not least, I'm going to add the body. And then ladies, don't worry, we're going to get you some hair too. I'm going to add a neck to this one. Down, down from the chin. I am not going to add a neck to this one. So starting on the side of the beard, I'm going to go all the way over and off the page. Starting at the side of the beard, all the way over and off the page. Look at my shirt, friends who are making a shirt. There's my neck. Do you see the bottom of my neck? All the way over and off the page. All the way over and off the page. Okay, now, if you have a shirt, I'm going to add stripes. You could add stripes to your shirt. If you want to look like the captain of the pirate ship, could add a straight line down for your captain's jacket. I'm going to add a couple of fancy looking buttons. Okay, now, while you're thinking up a good pirate name, I'm going to work on hair. I'm going to start here, make a nice long wavy line, add a couple of extra wavy lines for my hair, starting here. Gentlemen, or anybody else who did an eye patch, we need to connect your eye patch. So I just drew 2 diagonal lines like this, 2 on the side. Last but not least, if you want to add a little hair. Hey, hey, now listen carefully. When you are finished, if there's anything about your pirate that you're not happy with, since you drew lightly, it will be easy to fix. Next up, we're going to trace these with Sharpie. Once you're done tracing, please erase your peekaboo pencil lines.